Hello. Hello. Hi. How is everybody? Welcome to Bare Bones Kitchen. If you have bare essentials or bare knowledge, let's see if I can talk again tonight. Allow me to put all that to use. Bare essentials, bare knowledge. I'm gonna help you. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just totally threw myself off by screwing up my intro. So there we have it. All right, cheers. I am your culinary coach, Harmony, and tonight is a little bit more of a challenge than most nights. First of all, I apologize for missing Monday Morsels. I'm just going to be honest with you guys, I wasn't feeling it. I did not want to bring you all my bad energy, and so I opted to just not do it. Because sometimes not doing anything is a choice too. So, yeah. Yep, that's what I did. In other news, Miss Gail from Sassy Sissy Boutique, she's just crazy girl. She's just a crazy girl. She's so funny sometimes. She's a single lady, living at home alone, doing her thing, being a strong, independent woman. Not by choice, but we won't go into that. And she likes to shop at Costco, okay? And she also likes to buy big portions of things and thinks that she's going to eat them. So she messaged me the other day, because she lives in my apartment complex. She messaged me the other day and she goes, so I have like a chunk of ham and a chunk of roast beef. Like, do you want them? And I'm like, well, I don't want you to throw them away, okay? So if you have them and you're not going to eat them, yes, please bring them up because I will use them in something. Who knows what, right? So all day I'm like, okay, Miss Gill just brought me that ham and that roast beef, and I'm like thinking, like, what am I gonna do? I message Zane, I make him take stuff out of the freezer, because I'm like, we're gonna do some French dips, right? French dips. This is what we're gonna do. Well, I get home and I'm like digging through the freezer because the only thing he said he found was hot dog buns, and I knew there was hoagie buns in there, and lo and behold, I must have thrown those away. Oops, I must have thrown those away. So he did have hot dog buns out though, because sometimes you just gotta make do with what you have, right? Gotta make do. And so I was like, French dip, hot dog bun, who cares? It's a freaking French dip. And if you've been watching long enough, you know that I don't do beef. So when I do it, I'm like, it has to be something I really love. And I'm talking like prime rib, steak, French dips, because I love French dips. French dips are like one of my very favorite things that I miss so much. And so I was like totally stoked, right? So I'm like, I grab these little chunks of meat and I'm like, okay, they're both already sliced. That's kind of weird. I've never seen a pre-sliced chunk of roast beef before. So like, not like spiral ham sliced, right? Like usually you go to the deli and you get the deli slices, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, long story short, both of the chunks of meat were ham. So I had to remix tonight, and I will not be doing French dips because life happens. Sometimes we think we have stuff and we don't. So then I went on the prowl for like, okay, what's an idea for ham, right? Like Google is my friend right now. And I'm going through all this stuff and I'm like, well, she also gave me these amazing little freeze-dried potatoes. Not usually something I have. So this might be a little different. It makes it easier for you. I love it. I think it's so funny. But sometimes I'm like, huh? Why would you go to Costco, lady? You end up giving me half of your food. So we have these little freeze-dried potatoes. I think they're freeze-dried. I don't really know. In any event, the directions on the side say that you're supposed to pour hot water in them and let them sit there, and then drain out the water, and then you can fry them if you're making them great for camping, right? Like you don't have to worry about, oh, damn it, my potatoes are thawed out, blah, 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 because they're freeze-dried. No big deal. You could throw a pot of water, you're good to go, right? So I thought, well, I'm going to try these. So I grabbed these little spuds. I chopped up some of the ham. I put the rest of it in the freezer so it won't go to waste, Miss Gail. And I love it that it makes it easier for you. I just know how you are. So you're just like me. I literally had this conversation earlier where Miss Ida from my work brought in a bunch of little individual hummus cups. Now, it's just her and her husband, and she shops at Costco too. And so she brings in all these little hummus cups, and she's like, Harmony, please take these home, eat them. And I'm like, I'm going to tell you one thing about me and hummus. Like, I love hummus, but when I get the craving for hummus, I will eat the crap out of some hummus. And then I don't touch it for like 8 months. So it's the same situation. And I know it's good for lots of stuff, and it's delicious, and you can spread it on sandwiches and dip vegetables into it. And if you're like me, you have crackers in your drawer at your work, and that's what I did. I used the crackers to dip into, I'm like, 2 cups of hummus, 3 cups, I don't know. There was a couple cups of hummus involved. Let's just say that. All right, so I have my potatoes, I have my ham. I have some sour cream, and I have some cheese, some shredded cheese. So here's the deal. The recipe that I referenced actually called for canned soup, canned cream soup. Okay, here's the deal. I don't buy that. I don't use it. I don't eat it. If I make tater tot casserole, I make a gravy. Like, that is not something I typically have. The only time I have like a cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, cream of whatever is if my daughter is coming for a holiday and she happens to ask me for green bean casserole. Only time I have it in my cupboard, legitimately. It's too salty for me. I don't really use it for anything anymore. I'm a big kid now, I guess. I don't know. So I do have some nice jelly stock, right? So I'm just gonna do this thing. We're gonna figure out if this works or not. It's gonna take a little while. I've got my ham, probably right about a cup. My liquid here. Since I'm not using liquid in the little container, I'm thinking this is gonna work. I probably have a guesstimation of about 2 cups. Then my ham, I'm gonna dump it in here. I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna do it and we're gonna figure it out. Because sometimes that's just what it takes. Making a mistake to find out if it works, right? I have my oven set at 375. Oh yeah, these are definitely a little freeze-dried or dried out somehow. No worries. It says it's 4 ounces. If you're going by any recipe, it's like okay, this is what I searched for. Okay, you guys, this is what I searched for. Potato and ham casserole, okay? That's what I searched for. I looked at a few different recipes and I was like, well, I'll just use that one. Okay. So I think the original recipe was like frozen potatoes and cream of mushroom soup and some sour cream and some cheese, and we're just gonna do it and find out. We're gonna find out if it works. Oh, I guess I try to make sure I have all my ham in there, huh? All right. I don't remember how much, so we're just going to put a couple globs in here. Maybe about half a cup-ish. And then I'm just going to go for some of this cheese. I really, this is the beauty with me. I know I have a lot of you on here that are like super recipe driven. I am not recipe driven at all. Because there's reasons why I don't make lists to go to the grocery store. I have to get everything on the list. If I have a recipe, I have to use everything in the recipe. That's how you end up with cupboards full of crap that you won't ever use again. Okay? So I just kind of wing it. That's what I do. It'll work and it will taste bomb. Well, you'll find out tomorrow, Stephanie, because I can almost guarantee that Zane will not eat this. Almost guarantee. So we're going to make this big, nasty, sloppy mess. It's nice and thick right now, but because I'm using some stock from my freezer, it might not be a goopy mess for long. But I'm kind of counting on that because we got to get the liquid back into those potatoes. Not going to lie, it kind of looks like vomit. A little bit. I shouldn't talk about that on the show because y'all are not thinking that way, but I am. All right, so I've gotten it all mixed up. It's a big sloppy mess. Well, in the camera, it kind of looks like dip. I might dip a chip into that. All right, I got my little pan, and I'm only doing a little one. Let's hope it works. We're just going to spray it. If you don't have spray, it's okay. Just use a little bit of butter or a little bit of oil, paper towel, your fingers, whatever works for you, okay? Whatever works for you. I promise it's going to be beautiful. All right, we're just going to dump that bad boy in there. And again, my oven is set at 375. It's going to take a little while for this to cook. I think the original recipe covered a 9x13 pan. My pan that I am using is not a 9x13 pan. But it also said about 40 minutes or so. So this is definitely something you can't whip up unless you're prepared. Which I obviously was not prepared. Because if that was the case, I'd have done this ahead of time. I'd have already had one in the oven, ready to come out. But instead, you guys are going to have to wait for eternity before I can take pictures and show you if it worked or not. So that is what I have. Thank you for allowing me to rant. I appreciate that. Miss Gail, I still love you, and I appreciate you. It was just super funny. It was great. It was great. I was really looking forward to that French dip, though. Oof. Oof. It's all right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Obviously, the universe thought I did not need a French dip. That's why you gave me 2 chunks of ham, which is something I can eat, so that's it. All right, y'all. I know that I am very, very, very far behind in YouTube videos, but I still appreciate you all watching because I see that people are watching. There are a lot of hits on those videos, and I'm super proud of that. That's my today's proud moment, is that I am entertaining you people. I don't know how. I don't know why. I just keep showing up because y'all keep showing up. So keep doing that. Keep spreading the love. And I will see you all this weekend for Suck It Up Saturday. I think I have a friend coming over this weekend. I don't know if she's prepared for Suck It Up Saturday, but I will see you all for Suck It Up Saturday. Thank you. And again, keep sharing the love. Keep showing up. Thanks, y'all. I will take pictures.